Hello everybody, Abed's brother here, and today we're going to take a look at the performance of Batman Arkham Knight on my Linux system with an FX-8320e and RX 480. And just to show you the system specs, we're going to do... So here's what I'm running. Hopefully you can read that. I can make it a little bigger. There we go. So this is an FX-8320e. It says min-max speed, but I'm running it overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz. And this is an RX 480, and it does have 8 gigabytes video memory. We're running Linux Mint XFCE. So this is running the X11 display. And we are running the AMD GPU driver with a display resolution of 1920 by 1080. So let's get into the game. I am running this, it is installed on a solid state drive, and I am running this with game mode run Mango HUD, and I am using Proton 9.0-4. The game actually runs pretty well. My main concern with using an FX-8320e in Linux is that when using Proton, there is a little bit of a CPU hit. Now, most modern CPUs are powerful enough so that that CPU hit doesn't really matter. But the FX-8320e is a little challenged by newer games. Obviously, Arkham Knight is a 10-year-old game at this point. But it still loads up an 8-core FX chip pretty well. And when you're adding Proton over the top of that, it can be a little bit of a drag for an older CPU. So we're going to see exactly how it fares. Okay, so we still have there is a 90 FPS lock. And I have not gone into the config files and raised. I've not gone into the config files and raised the limit. I'm just going with stock settings here. So this is at normal settings. Again, I think that's going to help the FX chip. And I'm going to leave the textures at normal, even though we have the extra video memory. I'm going to try to keep VRAM usage under 4 gigabytes for those of you who have a 4 gigabyte RX 480. But that's not always going to be possible to stay under 4 gigabytes video memory. Like you saw in the Hogwarts Legacy video, I definitely needed that 8 gigabyte VRAM buffer. Hogwarts Legacy, I'd assume it would run fine without it. A bunch of games that need more than 4 gigabytes of VRAM will run fine on a system with 4 gigabytes of VRAM, but it will overflow into the RAM if you do that. And it's usually better to have as big a VRAM buffer as possible. And that's where the RX 480 is really kind of special. If you can find an 8 gigabyte one, that's really probably one of the cheapest GPUs you can get with an 8 gigabyte VRAM buffer. And you can see right now, with normal textures, Proton has a little bit of a hit. It does use like anywhere from 300 to 500 megabytes of additional VRAM when using Proton on Linux. So right now we're at 3.8. And lower shadows, lower textures, well, medium. We're basically running the game at medium/normal. We're right at 3.8. So if you have a 4 gigabyte RX 480, this is about the settings you should be using. And the FX-8320e doesn't really have any trouble in the benchmark. What'd we dip under? Minimum is 52. Yeah, we're running this game pretty well. The problem is going to be out in the world, and I'm going to do some running around a bit. Okay, so you can see in the background here, I can't hide the overlay because the second I click any key, it's going to end the benchmark, which you can see minimum of 52, max of 143, average of 82. So that's pretty good. But the problem is going to be when we're out in the game world. So my plan for this video is I'm just going to drive the Arkham loop. I'm going to drive around all 3 islands. Then I'm going to have Batman fly out of the car, glide a bit, and try to find some thugs on the street. Oh, we're over here. Okay. So if you just skipped ahead to the gameplay, here are the settings. So we'll see how we do. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.
Soldiers, bombs, tear gas clouds, tanks absolutely freaking everywhere. Crazy poison ivy pollen, not to mention the bat driving around in his personal war machine all night. Next time there's an evacuation, I'm getting on the bus. In that car tank thing.
Is that what I think it is?
Batman, step on it! Look out! It's the bat! Run! Get away from him! You seen what that thing does to cars?
I ain't staying to find out!
He's gonna get us!
No chance!
Ivy saved Gotham? Sell out. $50. Pay up.
Come on. It's not like you guessed it was Wayne.
You're the one who put money on him being an alien refugee from a dying planet.
Anybody seen that Anarchy guy? That kid'd love this.
Ain't too late.
Control, Batman's engaging. Man, he ain't going easy on those guys. Over.
Joker's Funland was still open. No lines for the Ferris wheel. Oh, crap! It's Batman! Get us out of here! Leroy said he saw one of the bodies. Looks like it's been crucified.
And knowing Leroy, he went and had a look.
Of course he did. He's got pictures of this thing on his phone. He's a sicko.